Hi, it's Laura at Hyperstamper. Let me show you today's beautiful junk journal. This is a very old book with a gorgeous cover. Look at that gold on there. And that is embossed. It's got the original spine here. I did cover up the title and I took this from a page top of an antique book and it says The Happy Time. I just thought that was so uplifting and wonderful for a junk journal. So it's got this beautiful forest green, deep forest green, and then on the side here I put a vintage gold tone chain and a vintage earring that I left intact. It was one of those torturous ones that you screw in to your ear. So I just loved the colors and they matched this little theme here. So let me take you on a little journey inside this book that is absolutely overstuffed with all authentic antique and vintage ephemera and inserts and just dozens of different kinds in here. It's really pretty cool. So inside here is a beautiful book page from 1882, and I love it because it is all about birds. And I think we all junk journalers have a passion for bird images, and this is authentic bird ephemera. This is a beautiful piece from a magazine from the 40s. Look at that gorgeous dress and hat, just fabulous. These are the first two original pages of the book. Sorry, three. There's the publisher's page, and you can see here it is from 1898. And I made this double flip pocket, and in here is another really fun piece from 1933. More fabulous fashions here. And look at this, after a ball. Look at this wonderful golfing scene here. It's gorgeous. It's really, really a fun piece. We've got that tucked in here, and then we've got this great 1950s original bingo card. Nothing is photocopied in here. And then I've already pulled that one out. I've got this gorgeous 1940s piece here, which is a transfer. Sorry, I'm pulling the wrong page. Which is a transfer for cross stitching or needle pointing. And look, what does this one say? It says sugar plum. Isn't that great? So you would iron that on. It's the berries, and these are all little berries that you put on a tea towel and then stitch over it. Just really, really sweet. Then a tag here I made out of a very old book cover and pulled a piece from a Paris, France almanac page. And they've got these beautiful bonnets here, the girls in there, 1938. And then I pulled this beautiful title of an antique music piece. It says, I love to tell the story. I just think that's beautiful. Vintage botanicals page. And look at this wonderful 1908 postcard. Good luck. It's got the wishbone and the embossed features there, and then they've got this beautiful gold which was hand painted on, and then this here is a piece of satin ribbon, and there's actually like cushioning under there, and it's very cool. So they would have put the cushion in between the front and the back piece, and this is from 1908. I just love it. I think it's fabulous. Really special postcard there. You can journal inside here and here, and then this is a sweet little page from the 30s, and you can journal all over here as well. Fun clusters here. 1957. And here's another page topper from a music sheet from the early 1900s. I Found a Friend. 1930s children's book page, and little circus people, the ballerinas, the clowns. It's so fun. 1940s theater arts page. Great advertisements in there. Really, really fun and telling of the time. Speaking of the 40s, here's a 1947 piece, Fashions. Look at those! Look at that evening gown. Anybody who walked down the red carpet now in these outfits would fit right in. It's so cool how fashions have come around again. It's a beautiful plate from the early 1900s, done on a wood block. More clusters. This is from the 1800s here. And here's a piece from yesterday's Raggedy Ann journal that sold in about 14 seconds. So I do apologize. I got a lot of emails. I will be making more. In fact, I can show you a real quick sneak peek here. Here's 1, 2, and 3. So those are going to be really fun to make journals out of. But in the meantime, I took a plate from the other one and turned it into a journaling card. Pretty cool, huh? A vintage bird book page from the 70s. Another botanical page here. 1950s pearl shop receipt. And a plate from 1904 here. A beautiful little port. Look at that. It almost looks like the East Coast, Maine or Nova Scotia. And then that is an antique book page there, 1950s crochet page. And here is a really fun little plate from the 20s. And then 1800s image there. And that's all mounted on top of Jock Halliday, which is from the 1800s, that page. Another 1904 plate here from Avon. And the Heart of London, just a blank page that you can do journaling on from an antique book. And speaking of antique books, this one here is from 1896. I just love this. It's the rotation of around the sun. And then this beautiful image here. So that's pretty cool. Another fun image there from that book. Vintage Monopoly money and a antique flinch card, number 4, number 1. I can switch that out for the purchaser of this journal if they want a different number. And then that is a 100-year-old banknote. And this is pretty cool. That's a topper again from a school book from the 1800s, and I put it on a 1920s scrapbook page. It's brittle, but sturdy enough to be kept as a journaling card. Here's another 1930s children's book page, vintage ledger page, more different vintage children's book, and yet another one. I have about 50 different children's books. So the art is a little different in each one, which is kind of cool. Vintage crochet here. Another beautiful plate here. Look at that one. Oh, I love it. The little waterfall there. And a vintage dictionary page. Sorry, I'm out of camera there. And then this is a hand-typed research paper again. This one is about 1888. And more fun clusters. Just really cool pieces. You'll have fun looking through these. Another 1850s Hogarth etching here, and really sturdy. Such good quality this was. This is a full signature out of a little prayer book, and I just thought it was beautiful. It's got beautiful little poems in it, and I thought we would keep that all together instead of taking it apart. Little pocket there. Another vintage dictionary page. This is cool. This is from 1950s. Look at that. 6 divided into 42. Isn't that neat? I love it. And yes, I do know the answer. It's 11D. Here is the back of a antique book. And I just turned it into a page. You can journal on that side. Just made it fun. More vintage children's pages, vintage recipe book page. And this is the internal spine from this book. So that is 120 some odd years old. The 1920s bookkeeping. Look at that awesome image. Just really cool. And this is another one of these wonderful pieces from the cover of the London Illustrated News from 57. And then another fun cluster up here. And oh, they're so cute, little monkeys. And that is the original end page of the book with more journaling space behind it. There we go, there and there. So I hope you love this as much as I loved making it. It's in my Etsy shop now, hyperstamper.etsy.com. And come back soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.